Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Houston Rockets potentially trading for Tyrese Maxey in a trade that the Bleacher Report reported top 10 trades for the best trade assets, and the Rockets were actually in a couple trades. There was one trade that the Rockets were that they suggested the Rockets should trade for Norman Powell in a deal with the Miami Heat to get Norman Powell and give up Reed Sheppard, Steven Adams, and 2 second-round picks, which I'm not really in love with that deal since Reed Sheppard's only on year 2 of a rookie contract. So Sheppard still has, 3 years left on his deal. Steven Adams just signed a 3-year deal, so not loving that deal for the Rockets. But this one isn't terrible. I mean, I don't love it, but this one isn't terrible. The Rockets, I think this deal is a lot better than the other one. It's not good, but it is what it is. The Rockets give up Fred VanVleet, Tyrese, Reed Sheppard, Clint Capella for Tyrese Maxey and Eric Gordon. The Rockets also give up 2 first-round picks. I don't love it. I think it's a little too much. Look, I think this deal would be fine if Fred VanVleet was on an expiring contract. If Fred VanVleet was on an expiring contract and he was on his last year of his deal, I would look at this trade and say, okay, I think VanVleet is a salary guy in this deal. VanVleet is a contract that's making this trade work. Because as much as I like Tyrese and I like Reed Sheppard, but you give me the opportunity to trade those 2 guys and Clint Capella, even though I think he's solid, you give me the opportunity to trade those 3 guys and 2 first-round picks for Tyrese Maxey, the Rockets do that trade without a doubt. Those 2 guys, those 2 young guys, and Capella and 2 first-round picks for Maxey would be a great deal for the Rockets. And I feel like that, if it was just those 3 guys and the 2 first-round picks, that probably wouldn't be enough for Philadelphia. But VanVleet is not a salary filler. And, I know he's not going to be available next season, but VanVleet just signed a big extension. So, VanVleet just signed, a 2-year extension it was? 2 or 3-year extension. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It was a 2 or 3-year extension for VanVleet. So, you still have got, and this year doesn't count. VanVleet, VanVleet opted. Oh wait, I'm wrong. VanVleet opted out of the team option. The Rockets declined the team option, and then VanVleet signed. It was a 2 or 3-year extension. I believe it was a 3-year extension, if I'm correct. But you still have VanVleet at least for another year or 2 after he comes back from his injury. And you get 2 young guys in Tyrese and Reed Sheppard. You get 2 first-round picks, 2 good first-round picks. These are 2 of Phoenix's first-round picks in 2027 and 2029 that is being suggested by Bleacher Report. Clint Capella is also a great center that Philadelphia could add on for whenever Joel Embiid is injured. It's just a deal that I think is a little too much for Tyrese Maxey, even though he's a great player. And respect to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon would be returning to Houston, but I would like to see the Rockets hold off on this potential deal, but it wouldn't be terrible because I think adding in Tyrese Maxey next to Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, Kevin Durant, and Amen Thompson would be great. And then you've got Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench with Steven Adams. I think the problem with this deal is the Rockets just kind of lose their depth a little bit. Reed Sheppard, we don't really know if Tari Eason or Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be starting, with the VanVleet absence. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to guess that Tari starts and Dorian comes off the bench. That's just a guess, though. So you keep Dorian, and Steven, and they're still off the bench, but you lose a couple guys that would be on the bench for you with this addition. You lose Reed, who's your backup guard, off the bench, so then Aaron Holiday has to take a bigger role. You lose Tari Eason, who's your best forward, off the bench. Then if you want to play 2 forwards off the bench, one of Jayshawn Tate or Jeff Green has to take on a bigger role. It would be an interesting trade. I don't think it happens, though. You guys, let me know your thoughts on the potential trade in the comment section, and peace out.